travel down the road and back again. Your heart is true, you're a pal and a confidant. And if you threw a party, invited everyone you knew, you would see the biggest gift would be from me and the car.
Attached would say.
You sing just as badly as I do.
Thank you for being a friend. How are you, George? How are you going, Leroy?
I'm doing great.
I'm good.
Awesome. Let's say hello, chat. Past Master Dan. What is a past master, George?
He's a master of Freemason, so he's achieved that
Ooh.
level of a Freemason.
Wow. So
So he's an
I'm not gonna-
expert. He's a serious expert.
Cool. Eric Knee's in the house. Arcathena on Indiegogo. Go check it out. Lord Ravener. Bancross here. I can finally watch this thing from the start for a month. Awesome. Snuggy Jr. Snuggy Jr. is fantastic, isn't he?
He's around all over the place. Yeah, he's great.
Yeah. Von Stugel. Bowels are already irritated. That was a bit rough to downvote the stream already, George. Rob is trying.
I upset Snuggy somehow. He says, "What the heck, George? Something happened."
I like how he censored himself for you, George. He's gone with the heck. That's as far as he can go on the George scale.
George has that controversial personality. Yeah.
Manifesto's in the house. Great channel. Go check that out as well. Johnny Cage is here. Lord Raven, I think I said hello, but I'll say hello again. Scrolling down, lots of people talking. Jeremy Burt's fantastic art going around. Sumo Thori, not to be ignored, like Bancroft does. Paulie's art. Crackhead's here. Good to see Crackhead. We've got to get him in here one of these days.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
I really appreciated his comments on the show yesterday. He was providing different perspectives. I appreciated that.
Shadowhawk's here. I think that's everyone. It's good to see. Nicholas Gear, good to see you. Relentless Tin Soldier on Indiegogo. Check that out as well. I'm impressed. I remember what people do. I think that is pretty good for me.
We're very impressed with you, Rob.
Thank you, George. I know Leroy's never impressed with me.
I was impressed that Rob was teaching Adam all about how to fulfill a book on time. George,
Adam Lawson.
Yeah. Rob was really
I was not saying that.
Oh, you weren't?
No. Did you even watch the interview? We just did
I just assumed that's what you would be talking to him about. Like it wasn't.
I would never dare unless I'd fulfilled on time. I mean, what kind of person would do that, Leroy? Bancroft says, "Did you all see Ethan's Daily Wire video?" Yeah, I was telling the guys about it before we went live. I think it's the best encapsulation of what and why CG is important. It's basically Ethan just going through the whole thing, but it's really, really interesting, and he explains the whys and what's happened. It's really, really good. Zaid's in the house. I saw something from Zaid just before. I'm like, dude, I gotta say, it hurts me to say it, but Phil he's very impressive. Are you impressed by Phil?
I'm impressed by his good attitude. Yeah.
Yeah. He gets work done. He never has any drama, and he gets out books.
Maybe he'll do what you did for Adam. He'll invite you on his show and talk to you about how to fulfill a campaign on time, Rob.
Maybe.
Oh, I've seen this before. I actually think I saw this being drawn. Is this by Shelby?
I don't know.
Yeah, it's like a Mad Balls version of Crimstone. I've seen this a long time ago.
He's got baseball seams. Whoever drew that. Baseball seams.
I want to say it was Shelby, but I can't be sure.
It is. It says it right here.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I can't see that little tiny. I remember this being drawn quite some time ago. Oh, Amanda's in the house. What's happening, Amanda?
Yeah, put it Put it back in your pants, Rob. Phil is spoken for. Unbelievable. We don't say that kind of stuff around here.
Shelby, yes, says Zaid.
Yeah. So yeah. Hats off to you, Phil. The Lost Pages 2 is on Indiegogo. Check that out. I'm sure one of the mods will chuck it in the chat for us. And let us know if you have any topics for us to talk about, because we have a whole massive show planned for you, full of just non-stop topics here today.
Do you reveal that to Leroy and I during the show like you do with the chat, so it's a surprise for everybody?
Yes.
Ah,
I'm thinking about the way Rob said that, George. And look, Rob doesn't have.
The opposite?
Yeah, he doesn't have anything. That's what he said.
NTM in the house. What's happening, NTM? Mr. Von Stugel.
I've got a quick one. What do you guys think that creators should ship their international packages first?
I don't care. I'm not international. I'm American.
You know, you don't have many mods in the chat, Rob. You K Manifesto and Johnny Cage and Lord Crackhead. There we go. There was a while before I even saw one. You might want to fix that.
I think international people need to understand that George and I are like 75% of the customer base, and that's who should be taken care of first.
All right, I'll fix it right now. George, you choose a mod for me. Who's it going to be?
Past Master Dan and Amanda.
Well, it's got to stop moving.
Past Master Dan is literally a mod on every channel on Comicsgate.
Yeah, it's weird that he's not here. I almost don't notice him without him being blue.
Yeah. That he needs to ask us, George, says a lot about how much Rob pays attention to different chats in CG. Yeah.
What was your question? I was so dumbfounded by the mod thing. What was your question?
Should creators ship international first?
I think whatever you can do quickest is what you should do. If some creators say I do it by tier, and whatever the tier is, that's fine. If some say I'm doing it by region because of the customs forms I have to fill out, whatever you can do to get the most books out as quickly as possible is the best thing you can do.
I like it when a creator says I'm only shipping to the United States, George. That's what I like.
I don't. It's not nice.
I think more creators should do that. Yeah.
Johnny Cage says, "What is better, no topic or bad topic?" That's a good one.
Bad topic, the chat can make fun of you for. No topic, there's nothing we can do. I think the no topic is worse. Now back to your point. What do you do?
I usually ship by tier, so I'll fulfill one tier first, and I usually ship international first. But
you do?
Yeah, but that's like America for me, so it's not the same thing.
Yeah, I was about to say that's him taking care of his biggest base first.
So if the first 10 backers are domestic and the last 10 backers are international, the first 10 backers can just go suck a lemon.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
I like that plan, Nicholas, but I'm not sure I have a strong thought one way or another. But I think I should have got my Viking Wolf by now. TikTok, the moral compass. It's frustrating because everyone's got their books and I don't have my books that I can.
Well, you do live in a communist country.
Which book are you waiting for? Is it Starlight Cats?
Starlight Cats.
That's a good one too.
Well,
I haven't got Graveyard Shift either.
I think you're in big trouble, Rob, because there's something that the United States Post Office, I think they stopped shipping anything to Australia that's not priority. So that's a fact. That's a fact.
I think Starlight Cats was shipped priority. Maybe? No? I don't know.
I don't know. I mean, I don't know.
You don't have your Viking Wolf yet? I've already blown up my mini mark. That's cool. Like, did you do like a photo shoot or something? That would have been awesome. We are not allowed to ship to Australia right now.
Oh, that is true. Hopefully not for too long, though, says Michael. I had no idea.
I was speaking to Adam Lawson, and he's saying he lives in. I think he's saying he lives in San Francisco. That could be completely wrong, but there are like 60 ships backed up at the port there right
That
now.
I've heard.
Yeah, and nothing's getting through. Our shipments are being delayed as well. Did you see Malin unboxing his channel today, Leroy?
No.
There was a huge giant box, and it was a Cecil blockhead figure. It was funny.
Mm.
Why did it stop shipping to Australia? Does anyone actually know?
No.
I didn't know anything about it. Sorry, Rob.
Auspice only does Global Express, very expensive.
See, I think the chat's saying like, yeah, U.S. only from here on out. Everybody in the chat's supportive of that.
So basically, Mike and I have to move to the United States.
Oh, Mike might do it.
Mike can, yeah, Mike. Mike can move to the United States.
So you take Mike, but you're just going to leave me here. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
But we're gonna take Mel and the kids too.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. I mean, if your wife and your daughter want to come, that's fine too, Rob. Yeah.
So you're taking my wife and daughter, and I'm staying here.
Yes.
That's fair.
Until you fulfill.
Our system is completely overwhelmed. Bancroft sent me an update earlier, actually, George.
For Replicator 3?
Yeah. 21 pages complete. 10 pages is 60% completed, and 1 page is 40% completed. So it's getting there.
Wow.
I don't blame Mike for this. I blame you, Rob.
I know you do, Leroy.
Yeah.
And now how does that work? So there's 10 pages are 60% completed, and 1 is 40. Is he going to do the one from 40 to 60 and then start to 60s to 80? Or is he going to now finish the rest 60 to 100 and then 40 to 100?
I would imagine that he'd do the 10 pages at 60 and just get them finished, and then just go and do the one at 40%.
Is there a spreadsheet that shows this?
No.
I like spreadsheets.
I think I, along with the rest of Comicsgate, would petition Bancroft that he should stop all work on the Replicator right now to do the Shane Davis animation. I think all of Comicsgate feels that way.
No, I want my book.
Yeah, but then it would be even later.
That's not my problem. That's your problem.
But you can't make it be later and then be upset at me for it being late.
Oh no, I could be extra upset. That's why I petitioned Bancroft to do that.
Wax Seal Tears should always go out first. End of story.
Well, I didn't get a Wax Seal Tear. I'm gonna be very upset when I don't get my book first.
Everybody's getting it.
I've been waiting quite a long time.
You haven't heard Rob? He said he's doing it for everybody this time.
Oh.
I want Replicator. Oh, cheers, guys. George, you're not on social media much. You're on YouTube.
Wait. George is actually telling me he has this awesome filter for social media. Yeah, so he kind of is.
So I know somebody that's on Twitter, and they only send me the good stuff, like pictures that people are drawing and things like that, and I don't see anything else. So I advise everyone to get a friend like that who will just text you the nice things.
Well, that's good. Who's that filter?
It's Leroy.
Yeah. I don't know, Leroy. So this question is more towards you and people in chat, and I don't know if it's just me that thinks this, but in comics, there's a fair few crazy people. I don't know if it's me, but it seems lately that there's a lot less. Would you agree?
No.
Awesome.
Darren Wagner and Eric the Guapo both showed up. I just wanted to say hi to both of them as well.
I don't know. There seems like there's a lot less drama lately, and I'm enjoying it. I don't know what you think about it, guys.
You're talking about the chat? 'Cause I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I don't even know either.
You know how there's like in Comicsgate there's drama every now and then. There seems like there's a lot less of it recently, and I think it's good. I think it's good.
That's Eric McIntyre's got it right. The hell are we even talking about?
Rob, can you please say Darren Wagoneer's name? Yeah, that's it.
You've been saying that the whole time I've known Darren in your chat. The whole time, Darren Wagoneer.
I mean, has he confirmed that it's not Wagoneer?
I think everybody that speaks English knows it's not Wagoneer.
I don't know. Lord Ravener, I blocked schizotherapy and the chat is cleaner. What's that about?
Darren
What's
Wagoneer.
that about? You know exactly what that's about.
Comics are full of jack wagons. Good afternoon.
Welcome, Philip.
Darren Buccaneer. Yeah.
Rob.
Yeah.
What did the pirate pay for his plastic surgery?
Oh God.
I don't know. What did he pay?
A buccaneer.
Oh.
I can barely speak English, and even I think you're fucking it up.
Oh.
I mean, I'm waiting for Darren to say that I'm wrong or I'm right. He still hasn't committed to an answer yet. Joe Sontag.
Only 45 minutes left, George.
I'm looking at the clock already.
Getting ready to head into work, but want to say hail to the chat and the panel. Good to see you, man. He's doing really well on his Ashcan. He sold quite a few copies.
That's cool.
Yeah, that's awesome. I didn't press enter. DWAG commits to nothing. What about you, George? Do you have any topics for us today?
Nope.
Awesome. Leroy.
I do my own show. I prepare for that, not yours.
I've been doing videos on crowdfunding.
I've been watching them. They're very good.
They've been fun to do. What happened to all the crazy people, Rob? I don't know. I think that they've kind of just faded away off into the distance. Where did they all go? I don't know. Am I the only one that thinks this?
You may be making pre-recorded videos, you've been saying?
Yeah, and they've been fun. They've been fun to do. People have been really liking them, which is cool. We did a couple on crowdfunding.
Bancroft with the worst advice anybody ever could give Rob.
Speak your mind. Nothing bad will happen. Don't dredge up old ghosts, Rob. Yeah. So we did. How much does it actually cost to make a comic? Which was really good.
You did 2 parts to that one, correct?
I did. Yeah, the second one came up today. Were you surprised, George, how much it actually costs?
No.
Cool. Leroy, you probably weren't surprised either.
Well, I mean, no. I mean, we've been around CG. Like, we know the ins and outs now. It would have been a cool video, honestly, like, if I was new and had never heard that stuff before.
Yes, I agree.
Like, it would have been very informative, but since I've been around, it's like, yeah. But it was a good video for, like, if you're newer. So, there you go.
Well, thanks. I'm surprised you watched it, so that's very cool. We have a few days of no drama, and Rob thinks we live in a utopia now.
Yeah.
There was another one you did, another pre-recorded video, right? Beyond how much does it cost to make a comic?
Yeah, launch day. Why are we doing this? And Bancroft, he's like, yeah, it's a good video. And then we did a stream together, and he disagreed with a lot of my points, which I was not expecting.
What were some of the points that he disagreed with?
He was basically saying that launching on his channel might be the best option for some people, and that may be true. That might be the best option they've got.
No, you said that though. You said that in a little sheet. You said
no. He said in his video you should launch at noon and work throughout the day. As close to noon U.S. time as possible.
Look, I think if you're a first-time creator, and you can get on Mike's show, which isn't even the case. Like that's not even a sure thing anymore.
That's not a given, yeah.
But if that's the case, it's your first book. Like I think it might be a good idea. But if you're an established creator, like I don't think that's the play. I don't think launching on Bancroft's channel is the play because you pretty much lost that entire day.
Yeah, and that's the point. But I mean, the flip side to it is, for some people, they don't have much of a presence. They don't have a YouTube. They don't have friends that they can go launch on. So
Absolutely.
his show might be the best option for these people, and that's
Well,
fine.
best option doesn't mean only option. And I can't imagine a creator who only has one option and it's Michael's. Michael's show's gotten pretty popular. There has to be something, even if it's 30 viewers. I think your original advice of start at noon Eastern time and work throughout the day and end as a first day launch stream on Michael's, if you can make it, is perfect. I don't think the initial launch, because that only gives you 1 hour.
For the most, for like most of the cases, I would agree. You're right, George. But like I said, there might be a first time creator out there, maybe a regular in Bancroft's chat, and then you take advantage of that. You know, like maybe Antoine, I would point as a person that should launch on Bancroft's channel.
Yeah, I made that exact point. Antoine has been a regular in Bancroft's chat for the whole time. The chat knows him, and he'd probably do really well on Bancroft's.
But I bet you Bancroft will go longer than an hour for Antoine too. If he doesn't, George and I will probably have some words with Bancroft.
I do it in the morning after I woke up, but yes.
Yeah. We made the point too that you can't just go to Bancroft's and expect to get funded. And for the chat to back him, there's a huge difference between someone who's done none of the stuff that you need to do prior to launch and a person that has done all those things. Look at Joe Catapano. Bancroft always says they had 50 people waiting for that show, and people were back in, and he got a massive amount of funding.
I think what's lost on these launches too is it's not for the creators, it's for the fans, especially if you're an established person. We see Malin in the chat, right? So he's a good example. These big Malin launches aren't for Malin. They're for us to engage with Malin, to be part of it. Like we're all big fans of John. We want to see John succeed. So we want to be on that stream when the book launches. We want to be part of him succeeding. So a lot of these launch streams are actually more so for the fans when you're trying to plan them out. Like it's about that engagement. It's not about, hey, let's get funded. You know, it's like, hey, I'm bringing Mainland Militia and I want to be part of this.
Yeah, and a lot of some creators they're just not letting the fans know. Like the fans are the ones that get all excited about the books, and the response you get from the fans is amazing. But if you don't tell them what's going on, where you're launching, when you're launching, what day you're launching, it's really hard to get any traction.
See that? Would I launch my book at 11 p.m. Eastern? No.
Yeah, I mean, Michael has the benefit of his own channel, which is massive now. So he'd probably launch as early as possible.
Oh, so
Maybe-
he would do a Roquefort launch and launch at midnight Pacific time. As early as possible.
Should a creator take 3 days off before launch day, and then after the launch? What do you think, George?
Why would you take off before? After the launch day makes sense because you need to rest, but why would you take off the day before?
Maybe just to make sure you've got everything lined up. All the streams you're going on are booked in. Everything you need to do for the campaign.
Well, what do you think? Do you need a day for that? If you're
I
properly
don't
prepared,
think-
do you need a whole day for it?
I don't think you need a day, but I mean, if you're stressed over it, then a day off would be good. Bancroft says, I'll do what I did last time and take the entire week off and probably launch at noon US time.
Yeah.
Bancroft's viewers are motivated buyers too. A 30 viewer Bancroft show beats any 30 viewer draw streams news fest.
I think it depends on the person though too. Like I've seen guys that go into Bancroft, and Bancroft, look, he's got one of the best shows in Comics Gates. But like somebody who's around the show and engages with his chat is going to fund much better than somebody that just walks in and like, hey, I'm here, back my book. Like Antoine, I expect to do very well on Bancroft's if he launches on Bancroft's show. I would say just saying you're going to launch on Bancroft's doesn't substitute the ground game. I would say like it doesn't. It's not a substitute for getting in the chat, talking to the people, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. We've gone over the playbook, George. You know what I'm talking
about.
Billy Basco, 26th of this month will be my first official launch as a main colorist on a book. I'm pretty nervous. That's cool, man. Bancroft says the Bogans look after their own. Yeah, and they seem to really support one another. He's done a fantastic job of cultivating that chat and making it a real place where where everyone knows your name and it feels like home.
I was watching a stream last night and I was thinking what a fantastic job Comicsgate does that, period. Because I was watching a stream that had over 2,000 people in it and noticing how just going on a large stream doesn't necessarily mean people are going to back books. But you can go into a stream here, you know, where there's maybe somebody pointed out 30 people, and Comicsgate by and large streams across now there's exceptions to the rule. I'm saying Comicsgate in general has done a good job in that, and Bancroft is a part of that especially. But I thought it was very interesting when I was watching this stream last night.
All new creators, and I still consider myself new, should curb any wild expectations. No matter what kind of book you have, there will always be takers and no takers. His job is to get those maybes. Bancroft had a few big blunders along the way, but when all else fails, he eventually listens to the chat. And that's what you do. Like when you don't have a topic, you look at the chat, don't you, Leroi? Consistent promoting is essential for the success and growth for campaigns, especially if you're a smaller creator. It's easy to forget about books and the lose the fan excitement. Yeah, it's very true. Get Danny on. Geez, that would be interesting. NTM says Robocopter's topics are really the worst.
Ouch.
I mean, that's fair. I was speaking with Adam, right? Adam Lawson, and this was interesting. I'm like, because he works for Hollywood. He works for Netflix. He does. Do you know the show What We Do in the Shadows? Have you heard of that?
That's my favorite show on TV.
Yeah, he does that.
What do you mean he does it? What does he do? He's a director? He's a writer?
I don't know what his actual job is.
He's a showrunner.
There you go. He's a showrunner. And I'm like, have you had any pushback from Hollywood for being CG? What do you think his response was?
Hollywood asked what CG is.
Yeah, they have no idea what it is.
They have no idea what it is.
Yeah.
None of us are shocked, Rob.
Yeah, I know. I know. And it just goes to show that there's probably 100 people on Twitter who hate CG, and they seem so loud, but it's just a small group of people saying that stuff over and over again.
George loves talking about Twitter.
Yeah, he does, doesn't he? What if a creator launches at noon Eastern Standard Time and finishes the day on your show at 11?
That's what I think they should do. That's what I've been saying. That's what you said in your video, Rob.
Did I?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Sounds good.
Rob might have heard that from somewhere before he did that video. I just want to point that out too.
Heard what?
Oh my
gosh. I think that's a tough one. Like it's easy to say, just do all the other shows and then go to Bancroft's. I mean, that's going to be good, but it's not the same as launching on Bancroft's. Like he's all right. He's all right at launching a book. He's pretty decent at it. So it's not the same thing, but I mean, if you're looking for maximum optimization, you want to have as much time launching the book during that day. F Twitter, it's not real life.
I think everyone's like seeing the video that Michael has for the countdown timer before they launched the book. I think everyone just likes that.
Yeah, it's great. It's good. Stickers or bookmarks? That's the age-old discussion. I just don't know the answer to it. Guys, I have no other topics. So if you have anything, let me know in the chat right now. I can't
I'd
believe
like to
there's
tell the
35
chat.
people still
I
watching
want
this.
to let the chat in on how you do this, how you do YouTube. So when Rob plans a show, he never plans the show. He's just like, he plans the guest, and he plans on the guest doing the show for him. So if you notice, he has the Bancroft show in the middle of the week. He just plans on Bancroft just carrying that whole show. And then he does this show on Sunday.
Not true.
He doesn't plan on this show. He's just like, oh, it's George and Leroy. They'll do a show for me. That's how Rob does YouTube.
It's all true.
It's not true. I do the majority of the work on the Robin Bancroft show with topics. It's just
You said, George, we're gonna do top 10 covers, and I said we've already done that one, and you said, oh, did we? Oh, I don't have any ideas then. That was the whole conversation.
I rest my case.
Yeah, I mean, I used to come up with topics, but I feel like we've gone through everything.
There's nothing left to discuss. We've discussed it all.
It's all done. It's all done.
Did you see the video that Crackhead put together of Ethan toasting Michael and toasting yourself?
Yes. Did you see Bancroft's cut of it?
Wait, George, you didn't see that video. So I didn't see the clip, but I watched the live stream. Did you see when Eddie super chatted after that?
No.
No, so Eddie super chatted right after that. And then Ethan toasted this nice, real, like, thank you to Eddie. Right after, he's like, and Rob. He's like, but Eddie, you guys, was the greatest thing I think I've ever seen in comics.
The way that Michael clipped it, it almost made it seem like Ethan didn't even know that you were there or that you weren't an artist.
No, he didn't know.
Oh,
So
I thought that was a clip. I thought he clipped it to make it.
No, it's true. He's like, oh, Rob, you're a great artist.
He actually said that, George. He's like, Rob the Replicator, I didn't even know you were here. But your book's great. You're a fantastic artist. Zaid was pissing himself
Oh
laughing.
my gosh. Watch Michael and Phil when,
It was so
when
good.
Ethan says that.
It was so good.
You got a good sense of humor, Rob. We all appreciate it.
What did Ethan say? Oh, Eddie, I can't wait to work with you. And like all this stuff right after it was like, Rob. Yeah. I think that's how all CG would feel if we did a toast, though. We'd be like, oh, Bancroft, you're so awesome. And Shane, we love you. And John, CG wouldn't be the same without you. Then we would be like, just sigh and go, Rob. Yeah. And that's how it would be. Yeah. Ethan was just channeling his inner comics gate, Rob.
I appreciate Rob. I do.
You would miss me if I wasn't here, though. That's all I would say. George, if I send it to you, can you share it? Because my audio is being weird at the moment.
Send what?
The video.
Oh yeah, sure.
It's in private chat.
Yep.
So Rob is drawing a Cyberfrog cover now. Nobody wants to see that. Or do they?
No.
Do you want me to draw one?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Bancroft's going to send me it too.
So let me know when you can see my screen.
That's the full clip. Do we want the full clip or just the Rob and Bancroft
This is what you gave me.
What do we want, chat? Do we want the full clip or do we want just the Rob and Bancroft part?
I could have already have it.
You have to set the whole thing up. You can't just clip because he goes through every person. That's what makes it great.
So so tell us the backstory here, Rob.
No, just watch it. You could just watch
right.
it. Turn it up.
Did you share audio?
Yeah, you don't hear it?
No.
George, stop sharing. Just stop sharing right now. Stop sharing your screen. Now share again. And when there's a click, there's a
I
audio.
thought I clicked it. I know. I thought I clicked it.
It's funny because Bancroft was saying yesterday, and as soon as it happened, like as soon as he started toasting people, I'm like, oh, this is going to be bad for me.
I'm going to say I'm really glad Michael Bancroft is here. I mean this. I feel like, look, I'm an admirer of yours. I like what you've done. You've carved out a path for yourself. I want to be better friends. That's what I want to say to you. Cecil, I love you with all my heart. You know, you actually are a real friend in real life, even though you are, you know, you called me a Nazi once today. Doesn't matter. That's between friends. The Lepresti family, I don't know what more I can say. Sincerely, very happy to have you guys on board. Hope to be here and watch you succeed even more with the your second book past this. This entire crowd loves you, and we will make sure that you succeed gloriously. You can count on that.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Eric Weathers, your letters are amazing. You are a steady, professional gentleman. And without you, I don't know where we'd be. You are really an axle. You are a part of Comicsgate that is vital. Everybody loves you. You look like Jesus Christ, and that makes people trust you. So if I ever get into organized crime, I will make you my front man. Cheers to you. Patrick Thomas Parnell, my dear friend, thank you so much for being a part of everything that we do. You're always out there with new ideas, new enthusiastic, exciting concepts. Your new book about Sleepy Hollow is great. I would love to do a Sleepy Hollow book. I'm sad that you thought of it first, but that's okay. It's public domain. Yeah, awesome, man. You're by the way, thank you for making
Rob's already crying, man.
Showing
Mike
people
George,
that it
look at
can
him.
be
He's already
done,
crying.
be done on a budget and be done efficiently. You are a source of pride for everyone in Comicsgate. We love the Diaz brothers. Love the Diaz brothers. Love you guys. You guys are awesome. And by the way, I want to go hang out at your arcade and I want to drink. That's what I'm going to do. John Malin, you, my friend, I don't even have to say much to you. You know how I feel about you. Mostly it's envy and high regard.
Same.
Yeah, everyone respects you. I respect you. You are the wolf. You make my show better. That part I really truly mean from the. You make my show better. You and Cecil, you make my show better. I couldn't do it without you guys. So you put so much time into my channel. Thank you. Shane Davis, you, by the way, are new around here, relatively speaking, but everyone has adopted you. They love you and your little face. We love Yanzi. we love you. We love Yanzi. We cannot wait until we meet Pterodactyl. Shane, I swear to God, if you pull a Mike S. Miller and leave us, I will kill you and myself. It'll be a murder-suicide. You are staying here.
I'm staying along.
Rob, the Replicator, I didn't even know you were here. But welcome, my friend. You are an awesome artist.
Get Bancroft
to have you here. Wait, are you an artist?
Writer.
He
is a good artist.
Okay. Your books look great. Cheers, everyone, and salute.
That was fantastic. That was great, man. That was
Clip of the week.
Michael does say in there, he actually is a very good artist. I don't know if you noticed that or not. Do you hear him say that? He sticks up for you. So he is actually a very good artist.
Michael Bancroft said that.
Michael Bancroft says that
Did
when
he?
Ethan's like, wait, you're an artist, aren't you? And everyone's like, no. And he's like, no, he is a good artist. I hear him say it.
Crackhead says he's got a remix of this coming soon.
There
Subscribe
you go.
here for more. And then Bancroft did a clip of it, which I'll get George to play.
It was just funny that, like, the whole thing, and it's unfortunate. I wish the clip would have went a little further and did, because Eddie just, it was like the sprinkles on the ice cream when he just like shouted out Eddie.
Oh, it was great. That's going to be my clip of the year. It's just
it was pretty funny.
That was great. What's chat saying? Davis. Ethel plus Cecil. Ethan, Cecil, and John are the best streamers. Ethan is so correct there. George, do you want to share the Bancroft's little clip because he's put it together?
Oh yeah, sure.
Robin Bancroft, what's that? I love the Rob and Mike show, though. It's one of the best underrated shows in CG, maybe. Someone said.
All right. Hold on.
What did I miss? I just heard my name. Just we're just talking about the clip from EVS.
Rob ran out of topics, so he wants to just talk about himself now. That's what's going on.
Let me know when you can see my screen.
Have you seen this version, George?
Yes.
I want to say I'm really glad Michael Bancroft is here. I mean this. I feel like, look, I'm an admirer of yours. I like what you've done. You've carved out a path for yourself. I want to be better friends. That's what I want to say to you. Rob, the Replicator, I didn't even know you were here. But thanks, welcome, my friend. You are an awesome artist, and we're happy to have you here. Wait, are you an artist?
Writer. Right. He is a good artist.
Okay. Your books look great. Cheers, everyone.
It was just great. Play it again. I missed it. You'll have to check it on Bancroft's got it uploaded somewhere.
I think Jeremy's got the longer version.
That's enough versions. That's enough versions.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh, there is one thing I wanted to talk to you guys about and get your opinion on, and I just remembered what it is.
NTM's really enjoying that video, by the way.
Who was?
NTM.
Oh yeah.
Phil still likes it too. Johnny Cage, you're never gonna live that down.
It's great, man. It's fantastic. Someone yesterday, I was on with Bancroft last night, just doing some colors, and someone's like, "Did you get upset about it?" I'm like, "Nah, man. Like, I thought it was hilarious. People get upset over the silliest things, and you got to chill out and just enjoy things." So here's a question for you guys. This is a new creator, Oasi. He is doing a book, 32 pages, I think it is in total. It's $8 USD. Now, I don't know if either of you have seen this book or if you're interested in the book, but for a new creator, having a really cheap price like this, does that make you more inclined to back it or not?
I think if I like the book, it's the first thing. But if I don't like the looks of the book, I don't care if it's $1.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah. Like it's always going to come down to the book for you, George. You wouldn't, even at a cheap price, it doesn't matter. It's always
the cheaper price is more enticing.
Yeah.
But it has the book first and foremost has to look good. If it doesn't look good, I don't care what the price is. Does that make sense?
Yeah. What about you, Leroi? Does it affect you at all?
Nope. I'm with George.
Yeah. I'm sure there are people that would you potentially, and this is for the chat, would you potentially give it a shot because it's a lot cheaper if you weren't, interested in the first place? Sounds like George and Leroi, no, it has to be something they're interested in, which is fine. Let's have a look.
You price your book a little discount. You do 15 because you do 32 pages, but that kind of puts different eyes on your project too because it's a cheaper price. And sometimes people can say that's okay because I got to pay a little extra on shipping. It all kind of factors in.
Well, I don't know. It might just be me, but I kind of think 32 pages. I think 15 is the max you can really charge. I've seen people charge 20 for a 32 page, and I just think that's too far. Do you agree, George, or is that?
You're not going to raise your prices, are you?
Oh no, hell no. No,
the 15's good.
I'd stay at 15. What's the concern with a cheap price? There's no concern. The
No,
question is,
that's not true. There is a concern. I think the concern is this person's going to run out of money before they can fulfill the book.
Absolutely. So, George, I would say that we understand we keep saying this, but as fans, we understand a lot of things now, and as far as making comic, what goes into making comic, and profit margins. So we understand that you're putting a book out for $8. Like that's a dangerous proposition. Some of us, the more people that really understand the ins and outs of Comics Gate. So $8, and if I look at this, look, I'm not going to back this. It doesn't look like it's for me, but $8, I would start questioning like, how in the hell are you even going to make money? How in the hell are you even going to cover fulfillment and shipping and et cetera, et cetera? It's got nothing to do with, oh, it's great, it's cheap. It's got to do with, dude, is this sustainable? Can you do this? That's what I'm looking at.
See, I mean, like, I look at it a little bit differently from you guys. I think, because I'm a creator, I've been in this situation myself. I look at it and think, maybe I should back it. I probably wouldn't back it if it was 15 or 25 because I'm not overly interested in it. But at that price, like that's support for someone who's trying to create a comic book. So I mean, maybe for me, I'm not sure. It seems like the chat. Some of them are like the price doesn't matter, and the others are like because it's so cheap, I decided to back it. 20 is a lot for a 32-page book, dude. I agree. I think like it's almost insulting to the backers. It's just too much. Absolutely, $25 is always a roll of the dice. Obviously, it has to be appealing. I backed it. Good art, good price for me to support an unknown. Yeah, that's where kind of I am, like supporting someone new. Snuggy says, I want to see creators make enough dollars to make a good product. Yep.
Eric says he has a variant full cover that's 25, so not all the covers are $8.
Oh, that's cool. I backed the book already. It looks good, and the creator is a decent fellow from what I've seen. The price makes no difference to me. Yep. Price didn't influence me much. I put through the same vetting process I do with everything else. Good art, interesting story, and a likable creator.
Well said, Eric.
Yeah. Is $15 fine for a 50-page full color book? Yeah, it's totally fine. The standard is 48 pages for 25 usually.
The standard for what? The standard for like you're just defining the page count and the price point, not the talent that's involved in it.
Well, that's true. That's true. And we've talked about this before. Like EVS charges $25 for a 48-page book doesn't mean you can charge the same amount if you're drawing stick figures. It's there's some value needs to be added up there so it's kind of equal. That's super cheap, Chris. Too cheap in my opinion. Here's another question, and for you guys, when creators are putting together their campaigns, obviously like myself and Michael, and I'm sure a whole heap of others get feedback from other creators and fans and that kind of thing. But there are people that don't. There are people that just launch the campaigns and then the fans don't turn up. Like, is that something that they all really should be doing? At the very least, getting other creators to look at their campaigns before they go live?
No, fans.
Fans?
Don't get creative. No, you get fans to look at it before.
George, what do you think?
I agree, but I'm also a fan, so I'm not both. So but I think the fans should be looking. They're the ones going to be backing it, right? There's a very limited pool of creators. There's a much bigger pool of fans, and that's who you're trying to sell the book to.
Yeah, and I mean, you guys looked over my campaign before it went live. I had that Dan Frager cover, which I was going to drop during the campaign at some point, and George is like, well, that's a shame. I wanted to back that one, so I guess I won't get that. And then I'm just like, well, why don't I just put it up? Someone wants to back it, probably other people want to back it, and it works. So it's something that I think a lot of creators need to look at.
It really perplexes me that you have creators come on like a channel and see, like I wonder what the fans think when there's like 50 fans watching them at that moment that will tell them what they think.
Mm-hmm.
It just it boggles my mind sometimes. It's like, what do you mean you wonder? You don't have to wonder. They're right here. You ask them. I mean, if you could pull them aside and have a one-on-one conversation, and they'll tell you. You don't need to wonder. There's no wondering.
Yeah. We're in this amazing situation where there are anywhere between 20 to 150 fans on whichever channel. Even some like from here to Bancrofts, where people back books, you can get their opinions on things. You have people like George, Leroi, and other fans that do
Crackhead,
shows.
Vanessa, Eric
Yeah.
McIntyre, Jasper Plan 9, all these Sumo Thori. I borrow ideas. Who's not here, but he's one of them. There's
Eric
tons of people, right? McIntyre, yeah.
K Manifesto.
We can literally build our campaigns live on streams. I don't know why people aren't doing that. That's a great idea. Really good idea. I'd like to see that too. I fired off heaps of free PDFs to interest parties. Got great feedback from people that weren't my friends. That's cool. Is this an old book he's reprinting? Is that why it's so cheap, or is he in a third world country with favorable exchange rate? I think he's come from Kickstarter, man. He was on Kickstarter. He's not anymore. He's come over to Comicsgate, so he's probably got stock of it already. So I think that's the secret behind it. I don't think there's anything crazy like that. We might wrap it up there, guys. Do you have any other points? Joe says, I agree with Lyra George. I've got a 1 or 2 week reader preview window planned in the pre-launch phase of The Outliers. Yeah, because we see lots of campaigns where I know you guys look at it and you go, well, because of that reason, I'm not going to back it now. I'm the same. And it just seems crazy because it seems like something so obvious that a fan would tell you if you just showed them. So I don't know. What's going on the splintering this week, George? Have you started the Festival of Dread?
Yeah. All kinds of great articles up there. There's a review, by the way, from Amanda B in the chat for Starlight Cats. People might want to check that out. That got posted, I think, the very last day in September, so just before the Festival of Dread started. But Blake's starting to post all kinds of video game reviews, movie reviews, comic book spotlights, all Halloween and scary stuff related. So it's been pretty cool. But yeah, check it out. Everything's totally free, chat. There's no subscription. There's no sign up. You can go check out whatever you like. It's all totally free. No ads or anything.
How did he? I want to see how
there it is. You just go right to the grades, don't you? You don't even read it.
Well, yeah, when I'm on stream, I just want to see how he did. A plus, A minus, A.
Yep.
I wonder
Not bad,
if
right?
What's that?
Not bad, right?
It's pretty damn good. Pretty damn good. Jasper says $30 variant cover.
Yeah. Sumo Story says he's skimming through the pictures, George.
I would like to see Amanda review Inglorious Rex and Godlike when they come out. And then we can
I would like her to see or review Replicator 3. That's what I would like to see.
Oh, well, hopefully she'll do that too.
Maybe in a couple years she'll get that.
Oh, I knew that was coming. I knew that was coming.
Jesus. A couple of creators sent me PDFs of their campaign and sometimes showed me some concept art for their stories. I gave my honest opinion free of charge. There's no harm in testing your audience. Yeah, and I think there's benefits to it as well. It helps the fans become more a part of the process and they'll be more interested in it. So, I mean, there's benefits of doing it apart from the fact that they're going to make your campaign better. It's craziness to me. Where do I go to see the reviews? Go to thesplintering.com, hit the comics section, and then the reviews are just... Is there an actual review button, George? Or
there's no review button. Just go to the comics section, or on the front page will be one of the highlighted articles you can check out. But yeah, all kinds of stuff on there. If you just do a search and type in review or whatever, lots of other reviews will come up as well.
And Leroy, you have.
This is a campaign that is criminally underfunded, and I say that because I usually hate that, but this guy's just put his first book out, right? So Only Death Can Save Us came out. Only Death this it's excellent. So everybody, if you haven't looked at this campaign, take a look at it and consider backing it, please.
I backed it.
Do you want to
Well,
scroll down
awesome.
and have a look through it?
Well, yeah, we can. So it's Russ Leach. He's very Kirby-esque, I would say, George.
Mm-hmm.
This is very fourth world ish, I would say. The tiers are very reasonable. You can get George, you get a sketch for what, $80 or whatever it is.
Every tier is really a good deal. Now, I do want to say that the creators in the UK, so the shipping is a little bit expensive.
Mhm.
But the main story is a 66-page book. There's a 7-page backup story, and there's another 27 pages of bonus content. So you get a 100-page book. That's as like a base tier, and there's an early incentive. The first 200 backers get a bonus print. But there's all kinds of other stuff. If you have not backed book 1, there's a 2-book catch-up tier. If you have backed book 1 and you're a returning customer, you're going to get another bonus print. He gives out prints like you do, Rob.
Yeah, it's a bit crazier. We started packaging, like pre-packaging all the prints. There's like 8 prints and a sticker
Russ
for every
is
backer.
an incredible artist. This is a solid story, and he's like your friendly British grandfather. You don't want to disappoint. Don't disappoint Russ. Don't do it. It's like
Russ
worse
is
than
Uh,
disappointing George.
Snuggy says the first one was good. Maybe international shipping is holding it back. George, Leroy, what do you think of that?
Like I said, he prices it pretty fair. Like for the U.S. conversion for that like 100-page book, it's $24. So that's cheaper than as you called it, the 25-page, $25 48-page standard. So I'm not sure what's holding it back. I love this book. I reviewed the book. There's actually 2 reviews on the splintering for this book, which is very unusual. We usually only get 1. We got 2 reviews. Leroy and I did a review on his channel that people can check out. So if you're just on the fence, go check out some of those reviews, see what people think. I'm a backer. I'm not like I don't just review this because I got a sample in the mail. Like I backed this book and I reviewed what I purchased, and I was very pleased.
Artie's good on this. Definitely underfunded right now. Russ is awesome. I love Russ. I backed Russ. This is a fantastic book. Someone had another comment about it.
Shadowhawk says it looks good, but I missed the first one, and the price has me hesitant on catching up. I don't blame him. I think he'll do a good job if you just get the second book, and the second book only. You'll be able to catch up on the story pretty quickly. As a matter of fact,
He said so. Yeah.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, what he's doing is he's printing the book with a company called Arrow Publishing, like a normal 32-page floppy, and there's a tier in here. Don't go too fast. Book 2 and Arrow issue 1. Arrow issue 1 is only the first half of the first book, but it's only $4 more. So for that 21 GBP plus shipping, you get the entire book 2 and a copy of like the first half of the first book signed by Russ. That's the tier that I bought. I already have the first book, but I like the idea of getting a floppy signed. So that's the tier that I got. That might be a good little discounted way of getting caught up and still getting the second book.
Also, he also said he does a what happened so far,
Mhm.
like little segment at the beginning of the book. So if you get the
That's
second
cool.
book, I think you'll be fine. Yeah.
What is the ship? How much is shipping the book?
I don't remember. Russ is an automatic back for me. I don't care what the shipping is.
Yeah, it was. I think maybe like $20. I think.
Okay.
I could be wrong. I can't remember.
It's
someone
really
in chat can
annoying
figure it out.
how Indiegogo just doesn't. You can't just put it into the currency that you want. Like it has to be in GBP,
Mm.
and it's got I know it's got the USD underneath, but it's not the same.
One more point for the book: the physical qualities of the book, I think, it's the best physical book that I've received in CG, George, because he does this Kirby style kind of art, this old 60s, 70s, silver, bronze age stuff, right? And the pages are uncoated, so you really get that feel of an old school comic when you're flipping through it. The matte is like a matte finish. It feels really good in your hand. So not only is the art good, the story's good, but the physical quality, it's just a joy to hold this book and flip through it. George, what do you think?
No, it's very well done. He calls it matte, I think.
Mhm.
No, the book's beautiful.
Can I put you two on the spot? What would you say the top 3 CG books you have are?
Of all time, or just
All
this year?
time. All time.
Starlight Cat's number 1 for me.
Mhm.
Blood Honey number 2 for me. And Replicator 2 number 3 for me.
Sick. Leroy?
Starlight Cats, Cyber Frog, and then I would go Flying Fortress. Just because I love watching the progression of
Ooh,
Eric.
Wow.
that's a
and
nice
his art.
choice. I like that. That's a good value choice too, because you got a lot of pages for that price point.
Well, to me, it's what a lot of creators don't understand is I like being on that journey of a developing artist. You know, when John started with Godlike, John Malin started talking about, hey, I'm starting to get into Byrne and Kirby. I was excited because I'm like, what new things is John going to incorporate into his art? I like watching this stuff. So it's absolutely something like Flying Fortress, where you see the proven Eric Weathers from the front to the beginning. I love that book, man. Love it.
Yeah, that's a good choice.
Let us know in the chat too if you've got a top 3 of all time. That'd be interesting to see. On the topic of catch-up tiers, I like what Malin does by compiling the first 2 installments into one book. I think it's a really good idea as well. Do you guys agree with that?
Yeah, it's a more affordable way of grabbing everything. I agree. Yeah.
I think it's smart. All right, well, let's wrap it up there. I can't believe we had like 45 people watching that whole show. So amazing, guys. Thank you so much. This is Replicator 3. We're getting close now. I think probably around 70% colors are finished.
Take your time, Bancroft. Take your time.
And then it's letters, and then it's printing and shipping. So soon, guys, soon. I don't want to give a date because I don't want to make a date and then miss it. That's a big no-no, as we've been told many times. So it's going to be
Zaid
soon.
says there was nothing else to watch, Rob.
I'll take it. I'll take any reason you're here. That's fine. Amanda B says Monster MD, Starlight Cats, Perfect 10, 1, 2, 3. That's pretty cool. Oz Great Sage, shipping for only Death Can Save Us is £12, 23 Australian dollars. And he just backed Leroy. You
Oh,
got a backer.
nice. You're gonna get the extra print too, Oz, because you're one of the first 200 backers. That's pretty cool.
Thanks for backing Oz. I'm sure Russ would thank you. So we appreciate it.
Lord Nemesis says, "Give us a date."
No, because if I give you a date and I don't make the date, I will just get eviscerated, and I just can't handle any more evisceration right now. So we're just gonna skip that for now. Downcast
You're
is a
saying
great
next
looking.
week? Bancroft will be done next week with the colors. Is what we're saying.
2021 will he be done?
Well, I mean, I'm still waiting on Groken, Leroy, that you said was going to be a couple of months back. Where is it?
No, I said it'd be done on time, and it's on schedule. Well, I didn't. I was predicting it, but there we go.
Monster MD, Soul Finder, Cyber Frog.
Oh, interesting.
Bancroft's clearly missing a book there. Blood Honey, Monster MD, Six Gun Gorilla, Monster MD, War Party, Lucent. Wow, that's cool. Soul Finder's a good one. What's a Lucent? Eric the Guapo says, "Hey, Aaron is streaming. Check him out. His streams are surprisingly good. Yeah, go. Someone chuck the link in chat and go check him out. That's it. Oh, we've got another backer, Leroy.
Oh wow, awesome, Shadowhawk.
Thank you, Shadowhawk. I'm sure Russ appreciates it.
Malin says, "Godlike 1 to 6."
There you go.
All right, we'll catch you later. See you guys. Thank you. Bye.